Welcome back to our handwriting classroom. Today we're going to look at how each individual letter is correctly formed. We're going to be using ball and stick as this is outlined in the CAPS document. So let's look at the letter groups. We have cup, mountain, tall, 2 o'clock, monkey, momo, and odd letter groups. Letter groups are a great way of teaching handwriting because the sequence of motor movements helps to reinforce the correct formation patterns of the letters. Also, by teaching the correct starting point, we can help learners to learn the correct orientation of letters to reduce reversals as well as increase their writing speed. So these are the cup letters, and we have U, V, and W. And the patterns that we can teach are the swing pattern. So bump, 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 and zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And these are called the cup letters because you can literally pour something inside of them. Next, we have the mountain letters, which are the reverse of the cup letters. And mountain letters are tall towers. Okay, so even though they don't go tall to the top, they have these mountain peaks on the top. So we've got M and N, and they go bump, 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 and up and down and up and down the hills. The tall letters, or also the giraffe letters because they're nice and tall like a giraffe, are B, F, K, L, T, and H. And the writing pattern we can teach is teaching them from going from the top straight down to the bottom. Next is the 2 o'clock letters, and they are known as 2 o'clock letters because if you imagine this is the face of a clock, this is 2 o'clock and 2 o'clock on the clock, and they go anti-clockwise, and all of them go at that same motion. So round and round and round. And this over and back pattern is the anti-clockwise movement. And once they get this pattern, round and forward and back and forward like a wave, this will also help them when they start learning cursive. Next, we have the monkey letters, and these are known as the monkey letters because they have a monkey tail on them. So that's G, J, and Y. And we want to do a backwards motion here because if you look at G, we go round, up, down, and the tail is a backwards motion towards the starting point. So we want them to practice this backwards motion now. Next, we've got the Momo letters. Okay, and I call them the Momo letters because they all start on the Momo line. You'll see that your prescribed text calls them the odd letters because they actually don't fit in anywhere. But they all start at the Momo line, so we're going to practice this down motion. And of course, for our X, we're going to practice our diagonal lines. And for our Z, we want to do those straight across lines, forwards and backwards. Then we've got our odd letters, and they don't fit anywhere. They are just odd. And the patterns we want to practice for the E are these loop-de-loops. Okay, and we want to practice the little dashed lines. And then for S, we want to do a top to bottom twirly whirly down the hill.